Hello and welcome to a new episode of Amazing World, a glimpse into our bright future. My name is Luna, and today we explore a question as old as civilization itself. Can humanity ever truly live in peace? At first glance, the world may seem more dangerous than ever. With headlines full of war, conflict, and division, it's easy to believe that violence is simply part of who we are. But if we take a step back and look at the bigger picture of human history, a different story begins to emerge, one of steady, often overlooked progress. According to historians and data scientists, the number of armed conflicts between nations has actually declined over the past decades. Research from sources like Our World in Data and the work of Steven Pinker shows that, in relative terms, fewer people are dying in wars today than at almost any other point in recorded history. That doesn't mean we live in a peaceful world yet, but the long-term trend suggests something important. Humanity is slowly, steadily learning how to live together. Why is this happening? One reason is the growing interconnection between countries. Economies today are deeply linked. Trade, tourism, education, and technology bind nations together in ways that make war less attractive and more costly. Democratic nations, in particular, are far less likely to go to war with one another. Another reason is communication. With the rise of global media, social networks, and digital diplomacy, it's harder than ever to justify violence. Conflicts are no longer hidden. The world sees everything. And that transparency creates pressure to resolve disputes peacefully. Technology has also played a role. Modern surveillance systems, satellites, and data analysis allow nations to detect threats earlier, respond faster, and avoid misunderstandings. Artificial intelligence is already being tested to assist in conflict prevention and early warning systems. So what will the next decades look like? In the next 10 to 30 years, we can expect further integration. AI will play an even greater role, helping diplomats, analyzing tensions, detecting misinformation before it spreads, and even offering solutions that human negotiators may overlook. Peace education will grow in importance. Young people across the world will learn not just history, but how to resolve conflict, communicate across cultures, and build empathy. These skills will become as important as math or science. More nations may adopt digital diplomacy platforms, real-time communication networks between governments, communities, and even citizens. These systems could make misunderstandings less likely and offer a space for peaceful dialogue even during tense times. Now let's look further ahead. In 100 years or more, war may become not just rare, but obsolete. Why? Because by then, our entire society could be transformed. We are already seeing signs that traditional jobs are disappearing. Automation, artificial intelligence, and robotics are replacing many forms of manual labor and even some cognitive work. As this continues, the global economy may shift to models we can hardly imagine today. Perhaps we'll live in a world with a universal basic income, where every person receives enough to live, regardless of their profession. Or maybe we'll go even further, toward a society without money, where resources are distributed through intelligent systems based on need and contribution. In such a world, conflict over resources would fade. There would be no reason to fight for oil, land, or money, because abundance would be shared, not hoarded. Even more importantly, the war industry itself would disappear. No more companies profiting from weapons, no more economies dependent on military spending. Instead, we could redirect that energy and those resources towards science, education, health, and planetary exploration. People would still disagree, of course. But instead of violence, we would resolve conflict through dialogue, through simulation, through digital arenas that allow expression without harm. Global cooperation would be the norm, not the exception. We might even create global governance systems, powered by transparent algorithms, where decisions are made in the interest of humanity as a whole, not a single nation or group. By that point, war wouldn't just be unthinkable, it would be impossible by design. Of course, this future is not guaranteed. It depends on the choices we make today. But it is within reach. The human species is not doomed to repeat the violence of its past. We are capable of learning, of growing, and of building something better. And the proof is already around us. More dialogue, more cooperation, more people who reject hatred and choose understanding instead. The end of war is not a fantasy. It's a direction, a path we can walk together. So the next time the world feels chaotic, remember this. Step by step, year by year, we are moving toward a future of peace. Not perfectly, not easily, but with courage, intelligence, and hope. And one day, not so far from now, war may be nothing more than a memory.